Hey guys, welcome back to Snapper and Chronicles. We're coming back at you with another Ratchet video. This one's more, I think this is a more recent Craftsman Ratchet, but it's very similar to this one here. We all know this one. This is the classic 44811. This is USA, but the mechanisms are very similar. But you know what? I'm gonna say that this one is kind of an improvement over this one. But this one in particular had a big drawback. But let's not get confused. We'll take a look at that as we go along. But yeah, it's very similar to that. And this is the model 99964. Has some other numbers and letters here, Z-AG, and don't know what that means. Maybe a date code, who knows. Okay, these are not USA made. These, I'm going to say, were made in Taiwan. So similar to the USA, but these were Taiwan and a little bit different, like I'm going to show you in a second. I think these were sold also retail, like as single ratchets, and I think they came also in ratchet sets with sockets. So not sure of the age, maybe late 2010s, something like that. I'm gonna guess. So let's open it up. Let's look at the handle real quick. There's not much to see. It's all smooth. There's no knurling or really anything as far as grip, except for this middle part here, which is a little bit cut out there. But let's open it up and see what we see. Has the ring like the Craftsman, like the older Craftsman, but here's a little bit of the improvement part. You know how the older Craftsman had the paper thin shield or plate? This one is actually a thicker plate. This one is not as thin as the old ones, which I think is an improvement over that older design. So we have that. And in here there's another washer. Not sure why they needed that, but it's there. And here is the gear. I think this is 44 teeth or 42 teeth, something like that. In the 40s range of teeth. Quick release mechanism with the stick that comes out for the quick release. Here's a look at the teeth. Pretty new. And when I opened this up originally, it was swimming in white grease. I don't know if it's the original grease. Have no idea, but I'm kind of inclined to think that it is the original grease. It had a lot. You can see some of the residue still on the teeth. Kind of that whitish grease. And here's another improvement that I see in this design or this model. The pawl is very similar to the other Craftsman, but this one has a Torx screw in it. That's probably easier if I put the gear in it. Kind of locks it in place so it won't spin. And that's a lot easier to take out than here it is. That's the screw. I don't see any Loctite or anything on it. It's a lot simpler than this. This, as we know, is a pain in the butt to take apart. Not so much take apart, but get back together. It has it can be a headache. So now we got that, and there's the ball underneath, so be careful with that. It's under tension. And voila, there is the pawl. Here's the ball. The ball's kind of big for more than I'm used to seeing in a 3/8 of this size. And the spring, and here's the switch. The switch has a little cutout flat part on top that fits in kind of the flat part on that top. So fits pretty good. It's a good no play, not too much play, almost no play. Put it that way. And the paw is a bat wing with 1, 2, 3, about 3 teeth on it. There. Underneath. Top side. Okay, here is the spring in there. I'm just going to leave that in there. And here's the mechanism. The mechanism looks pretty clean. The broaching looks okay. And here is the channel that holds the snap ring. This is kind of the fatal flaw of this particular one. I don't know if this one is if all of them are like this. I hope not. This one doesn't have much of a lip to hold the ring. Up here there's no lip, and on the side here there's pretty much no lip. Only over on this side there's a little bit of a lip, but we're gonna take a look at that when we get it all back together. Okay, we take your ball, put that on the spring like that. Take your paw, and do a better job at getting it back together than I'm doing right now. Okay, one more time. Pull, kind of like that. I guess it's making me out to be a liar. It's always much easier when you do this off camera for some reason. Okay. Now, the easier probably if you put the gear there to hold everything in place. And now you put the switch. Get your screw. Oh, the screw is a Torx 8, by the way. Okay. That's how it looks when it's ratcheting. And put that little washer type there. And here is the plate. Okay, let's put the ring back on, and then we can see what the problem is with this one. Okay, you see how there's no lip that goes over the ring? You see it a little bit over here on this corner, but over here it's not going in too far. And it isn't because there's not enough space there, because I tried it without the plate and the gear, and it still wouldn't go that deep, and there's no lip to kind of go above it. And I just pressed on it really hard on this side, and you see how that came up. See how you see the snap ring, how it came up on this side, and I pressed it down again, and it went down. So let's hit it with a soft hammer, see what happens. And it really comes up. You see that? You see how the lip here of the snap ring is really out of its place? And I can push it back down with my fingers, but doesn't give much confidence though. Hopefully I just got a lemon and that these didn't come all like that where the snap ring was unsecured. Otherwise, this I would say is a better execution, except for that last part. It's a better execution of this. But yeah, it seems like always something's in the way. When they take 2 steps forwards, they have to go back 1 step because of that, of the snap ring. They're giving problems. You see here, you see how deep the channel on this one is? You can actually see it from the side. You see the cutout there? Ooh, let me see. It's not focusing right. There we go. You see it at the end of this snap ring, how that has got that deep channel there for the snap ring to snap into. So this ain't going anywhere, unfortunately. Not much confidence in this particular one. Otherwise, not a bad Ratchet or a bad improvement on that one. But anyway, that's all I got for now. Until next time.